Lovely Capricorns, welcome to June. Welcome to your monthly readings. You are the first sign to have two cards from this pack. I'm drawing significator cards from this pack. I'm also then drawing a talisman for you and also some angel cards to see which archangels are walking with you. I actually saw that one on the top for you. And of course, lots of tarot cards. We are going to find out what is happening in June for you. My lovely, lovely Capricorns, I'm seeing this and this. Okay, we have your two cards. You have Court the Feminine. This is your first. And Seek the Angel Perspective. How delightful. Court the Feminine and Seek the Angel Perspective. Okay, let us see what else we have. Banish a Curse. How interesting. Court the Feminine, Seek the Angel Perspective. I will read to you in a moment from these cards, but I'm going to draw more for you first. We have Prosperity and we have Hello. Gosh, no wonder you're seeking the angel perspective. Hello from heaven. I think that you are being guided by somebody on the other side, my beautiful Capricorns. Gosh, you're also lifting a legacy in June. There's a legacy that you've inherited, that you carry. There's something that you, almost like an inherited perspective. There is something that will be shifted this month. Something that maybe has shown up within previous generations. I think it connects to your sense of entitlement. Your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition. Court the Feminine, this is about intuition. Maybe there is something in you where you don't quite trust. Don't quite trust how you feel about something. Let's draw your tarot cards before we say too much more, my lovely Capricorns. May we kindly draw the cards for my lovely Capricorn. I'm seeing all of these. Lovely. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. How interesting. Waiting for something. The Eight of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Gosh, these are two quite... there's a lot of decisive energy coming through here. Seven of Pentacles, 8. Now the Eight of Pentacles, you are working through something, constructing something. Seven of Pentacles... waiting for something to grow. I think something is going to... Gosh, you've got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, definitely. Three of Wands. I think something is going to suddenly move forwards. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. This does seem to be more to do with work, health, you know, the sort of the physical and material stuff of your life. We have Judgment. We have Ten of Wands. Gosh, it might actually take off quite quickly or emerge quite quickly, but from it, all of a sudden, yes, Page of Wands and Justice. Oh, gosh, I'm going to put these over here. Yeah, let's just put these just... where shall we put these? I'm going to put them to one side, actually, and come back to them in just a moment. Okay, my lovely Capricorns. This is a card of responsibilities. Look at the ants working so hard. I think something suddenly takes off. Yeah, something you've been waiting for and working on, all of a sudden it's like it gains traction. I think it's something you have thought about, something you've actually worked on previously, but suddenly it gains traction, it moves forwards, it starts to genuinely emerge. It's almost like it arrives. You know, when something really takes form, it suddenly arrives. It lands, it happens. Wow. This is fascinating. Okay, let's draw some more. In fact, no, let's read these for you first before we just sit with this energy. Now, if you have had in your history some sort of perspective that said, I don't know, that you can't have something with prosperity, anything to do with that sort of those internal attitudes. I think as well with banish a curse. Not only could this have come from your current sort of genetic lineage, where maybe people grew up. I mean, for example, court the feminine. If you identify as a woman, it may be that you've never felt, or that women in your family didn't feel that they had the right to achieve, or they had the right to go to university, or they had to the right to earn an equal living to men. Or there's quite a feminine energy coming through here. And yet somehow something happens, something comes to a head that disproves that. Obviously that would apply to those of you who identify as female. But however you identify, there could be something to do with some element of change. It's almost like changing history here. Let's look at this. So 18, the card number 18. Seek the angel perspective. It is time for the expansive view. Fly up high away from the minutiae of life. Being grounded is essential, but sometimes we need an angel's eye view of our life to get a better perspective. When you cling to a familiar environment, your perspective can shrink. Ideas, plans, and ambitions can suffer as a result. This is also true of your belief system. When life feels too cramped, whether by restrictive thoughts or situations, you must change your view. Think of yourself as winged, able to fly above your life, looking down on your choices and your decisions. Is your vision small? Are your plans meagre? Are you breathing only a little and calling it a life? Use your meditation space, climb up to 10,000 feet, take in the expanse of your life, decide your next move based on that vantage point. You see, this is about shifting those perspectives. There's definitely something that is historical, that's got sort of embedded in the workings of your mind in terms of what you believe is possible. But I think something that you have sort of wanted, worked at, but almost didn't quite believe, with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, didn't quite believe it could take off. It either takes off or you're offered a possibility, like there's an announcement. And I think this is a major step up. I think the Ten of Wands is about responsibility in this instance, like promotion. It's the promotion that you never thought you'd get, or the circumstance or the project taking off. There's opportunity here. Let's look at card number 10 as well. We have court the feminine. The word cunning is closely associated with the fox. Cunning, like foxes and women, has been given a bad rap. Many have twisted the word's sacred origins into something manipulative and conniving, but the word cunning arrives from an older Middle English word ken, a range of knowledge or sight. A cunning person understands that deep internal sight and wide-range vision leading to building an authentic life. Excavate your deep knowing and trust its messages. This is the way your soul sight grows sharp and your instincts return to the untamed power you were born with. Sharpen your cunning to cut away what no longer serves. No matter your gender, your life deserves the fierce protection that feminine discernment can bring. Isn't that beautiful? Court the feminine. So this is also about sort of cutting through the crap, seeing through the veil. And, the Queen of Swords has a very, very determined and decisive, clear-cut energy. The Knight of Swords can power things forwards, make decisions and go for it. Lovely Capricorns, there is something in June that is there for you to seize, to take it, to go for it. It's an upgrade. It means more responsibility, or, this is not something to be shirked for. It may mean hard work, but my goodness me, this has potential. And this is also about removing anything from within you that sort of says, this isn't in the cards for me kind of thing. Now let's bring in those additional cards. We have Page of Wands and Justice. Now the Page of Wands is a super energy. The energy of this page is creative, full of spark, full of adventure, being prepared. Look at this, to climb a cliff, to take a risk, to go for it. And the Justice card, this is really stepping up. Justice will be served. You will get, what you desire will come back to you. What you put into the world will come right back. This is a major opportunity that is coming forward for you at this present time, my beautiful souls. An absolutely wonderful and major opportunity. How amazing is that? Okay, let's draw some more cards for you. Now, beautiful souls, I am going to do extended readings. I always do for my monthlies, and you are welcome to tune into them if you wish. They are on Patreon and in the YouTube members area. I'll let you know at the end of your reading here what I'm going to be exploring in those extended, so you can sort of decide if that's going to work for you. Obviously, with the extendeds, you don't just get the Capricorn extended, you get all signs. You get to watch the extendeds for every single sign. So if you know your moon sign, your rising sign, and you want to cross-watch for people, you can do so. Let's inquire more about the month of June. I kind of want to know, what's this opportunity about? Can we be given any clues about this opportunity here, my lovely Capricorns? Okay, let's see what we have. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the card of Strength. We have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Devil. Oh, yes, liberating yourself and go from something that holds you back and going for what you desire. We have the Ace of Cups. We also have the Queen of Cups. How beautiful. I'm just going to pop her up there. It's interesting that she's ended up sitting on Court the Feminine, because that's so much what her energy is about. Now, the Page of Cups has such a lovely energy of opportunity. Almost quite, a lot of, you could almost say like romantic sort of possibility. But I think that's because there is something that looks very ideal, almost like a dream, that is offered to you. It's as simple as that. There is an offer. Absolutely straightforward. There is an offer, and it's a solid offer with the card of Strength. The question is, will you accept it? My lovely Capricorns, because it means that you step out of your comfort zone with the Hierophant. The Hierophant can indicate commitment. The Hierophant can also indicate the sort of, it's like the energy not just of making a commitment, but almost being a rebel. So you're stepping into something that's unusual or out of your normal, out of the family expectations. If you grew up and there was a massive expectation that you would work in the family business, this is where you get the offer that you're dying for, the offer of your dreams, and it's going to take you in an entirely new direction. And it means saying, actually, I'm not going to stay with the safe family environment, because actually it isn't my dream to manage this store. It's my dream to go and rescue elephants in Africa or something. I don't know, whatever it might be. But that's what we see here for you, my lovely Capricorns. Literally, an offer arrives and it means cutting some kind of cords to some sort of inherited expectation. Now, the inherited expectation could be a family-held tradition, or it could be an internal block that you hold within you that says, I can't do this or I can't achieve this. But this is a major opportunity to do something that you love. And I think it really is for you a dream come true. I think this is amazing. Now, what I'm going to do in your extendeds, I'm going to really ask twofold. I'm going to ask about this opportunity and how it might unfold. Where will it take you, to try and get some information for you to help you in perhaps feeling confident about seizing this. I'm also going to ask kind of what's in the way and whether there's any advice and guidance about that. You know, how might that sort of journey unfold to being able to embrace this? And of course, I'm really just going to see what comes through for you. So Capricorn, beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting this new tarot channel. I'm so honoured and humbled that you're here. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed. It really does help to support the channel. Thank you to those of you who are also connected to my other YouTube channel where I do my pick a card readings and my daily uploads. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing some of you in the extendeds, and thank you all of you who are already connected to those, because your extra donations really do help to support my free online library and keep it free. So I'm truly humbled and honoured. And beautiful Capricorns, I will either see you in the extendeds or for another reading, I hope, at some point soon. Tons of love.